Morning, so
Are we at 11?
start the meeting, yes.
At this time, I'll call the May 11, 2023 meeting to order for the Dixon County Commission. Would you please stand and join in the flag salute? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, we've had kind of a busy morning, but just to confirm, there's no additions to the agenda.
Correct, there's no addition.
And so with that information, I'll move that we approve the agenda as printed.
I'll second it.
We have the motion and the second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. The consent agenda includes the minutes of the May 4th meeting, also payroll of $363,785.78.
I move to approve the consent agenda. Second.
We have the motion and the second for approval of the consent agenda. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Commission comments, Craig.
Yeah, I thought the township meeting we had with the township to be in the footprint of the wind farm, if it comes through, Corporation, was a good meeting. I know we've said it before, Dave Mueller, I'd like to thank him again, coming up and giving his insight and the experience he's had down in Marion County with it. That's all I have, Lynn.
Okay. And just following up a little bit on what Craig had said, we have not received any official notification yet, but we're trying to get information out. So, so we have an idea of a little bit of what to expect and.
Be better prepared.
Okay. Ron?
No comment.
Okay. Earlier this morning, we did have our department head meeting and also we had some updates and discussion on items that we're going to discuss here today. And then we're also kind of getting to the portion or time of year where we have a lot of discussions, preliminary discussions, and information has gone out to the department heads as far as budgets. And so that is a process that's being developed right now. And much like it is in other years, but having said that, every year is a new year. So that's all I would have. We do not have any petitions or proclamations. This would be opportunity for public comment if anyone would want to comment on any item that is not on the agenda. We do not have any public comments. One thing that I'll just mention, just stepping back to the previous part of the agenda, we did during our department head meeting also have a video that was taken of a staged accident scene over at Chapman at the high school. It was in the parking lot. It was something where the students could observe it. And we had the departments as well as coordination with the school over there, school district, and the police department at Chapman, as well as our sheriff's department. But it had the EMS response and the fire departments and so on. So it was a training session, but also it was an informational, or I think left a impact on the students and all of those involved. So appreciate all those that helped in that particular item. We did not have any public comments that came forward, so we can move on to the report of county officers. Janelle Dockendorf is our county administrator, so you're up.
Commissioners, as Martin had reported earlier, the highway department has started their paving project, started that on Monday. They started on 1900 Avenue at K15 and are moving around Browns Memorial Park on the county roads. They should be done with that today, later on this afternoon. Monday, they will come back and do some cleanup, even out the drives, take care of that, and then move to the north end of the county and start on Eden Road. Ebert Construction has also started with the temporary repairs for the bridge at 605 1700 Avenue. And if you recall, with the lack of moisture that we had earlier this year, this was one of the critical infrastructure or critical bridge inspections that was completed, and the piers are there's an issue with them. So we're going to put a temporary repair in it that will last and then start to plan when we can replace that bridge. The other thing that I wanted to touch on is that soon there will be a resolution before you for the quarter-cent sales tax for our public safety improvements. We'll have a resolution stating that we are going to request quarter-cent sales tax on a ballot, and then we'll have the additional resolution when we set the date for the election. So just be aware of that. And that's pretty much all I would have right now.
Okay, thank you.
I do have, you might mention the Blue Cross Blue Shield situation, just so other people know that
Okay.
that we talk about in work sessions, you know.
The Dickinson County participates in the state of Kansas health insurance plan as non-state employees, and Blue Cross and Blue Shield is a main provider of that, but they also, employees have the option to choose another insurance agency. And we received notice that the Salina Regional Hospital and their affiliates were negotiating with Blue Cross and Blue Shield for the rate that they receive as being a participant in the program. So Marcus and Marcia attended a meeting there last Friday. They're negotiating with it. It will affect our county employees possibly next year, because they did assure us that if they went to the doctor here, that they would still receive the same rate that they had before through the end of this year. We don't know what that's going to look like for next year as they're negotiating that, but we'll follow up with a letter to the Blue Cross and Blue Shield board to let them know of the impact that it could have on our employees, and we'll keep you notified as how that's going forward. So.
Okay. Any other questions? Doug?
I don't have anything yet. We're finalizing the tax sale coming up. I think it will probably be the sale, we'll see, but I think it'll be on the 27th of June. And I'll have the exact date. The publications will go out pretty quickly. And that's what we're looking at. That's all I have. Thank you.
Okay. Under notices and communications, we received a magazine from Ingram's. And I think that's probably all we had.
There's nothing on the computer.
Okay. We do not have any resolutions at this time to bring forward. We'll move past unfinished business. Under other business, first item we have is an agreement with Eagle Broadband also known as Five Broadband, to provide video service in Detroit. And so Janelle, any additional comment on that?
Just that they are expanding their coverage, and it's not just in Detroit. They were also hitting up a couple other communities in the state. I want to say it's in here somewhere. I don't remember.
Detroit was the only one within the county.
Dickinson County, right? Gorham is another one. So, and they're just asking that we sign the agreement to allow them to provide that service. And they've gone through their steps for the permit through the highway department for the highway use permit, and we're ready to go with them. So
Okay.
there's the agreement they need to sign.
Is there a motion to go ahead and enter into this agreement with Eagle Broadband, which will help provide service for Detroit, Kansas residents?
I'll make a motion. So
Second.
We have the motion and the second. Any other discussion? And I don't know if this necessarily means people with a Detroit address. I think some of them are Abilene's address actually that live there, but
They will be able.
but that'll be up to Eagle as far as the confines. So I don't know at what point it stops if you're half a mile one direction or the other.
Right.
I only seen them run it through the town, because I live there.
Okay.
Yeah, they only went to town.
Okay.
Okay.
That's helpful information. Okay. Did we have the motion for acceptance of that
yes.
and the second?
Craig seconded it.
Okay. So we do have the motion and the second.
Ron moved, Craig seconded.
Okay. Just want to be sure. All in favor, say aye.
Aye. You want to sign that before you get out?
Opposed?
Yes.
Motion carries. See, it takes a team.
That's right.
Okay. The next item we have is a solid waste grant, and this is for the city of Abilene. Janelle?
Jenny Hyan had contacted me and asked if the commission would support the purchase on behalf of the city of Abilene. Purchasing, let me rephrase that, we're not purchasing it. Applying for a grant to purchase a power takeoff driven composting windrow turner. Last year, you had approved in the same grant a wood chipper for them, and this is another request that they're making, and they're asking that the county, as the solid waste committee team, approve that request. So that's the request for it, and I've got a copy of the letter here for you.
Okay. So hopefully they'll be successful in that grant application. And so I'll go ahead and move that we do provide the letter of support. City of Abilene's requested.
I'll second it.
We have the motion and the second. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Is there anything else to bring before the commission?
Says you're the chairman of the waste committee.
I think that.
I'm not sure who that is. We'll determine that though.
So, yes,
Okay.
yeah.
Just saying.
So is there anything else to bring before the commission?
You might mention next.
Right. Next Thursday, we will start our meeting at 8:30 and we will be attending the Flip the Switch through DSNO or with DSNO's solar farm. They're at 558 County Road, 817, which is the county line.
Pretty much just straight south of Solomon. And so we will gather here about 8:30,
Right.
leave, and if press or someone wants to go or follow us, we're,
More than welcome to.
and they've probably sent out invites to a few people anyway, DSNO has, and it's their event. So,
Right. It's their event. It's the ribbon cutting for that, or Flip the Switch,
okay.
what they're calling that.
I'd move we adjourn.
Second.
We have the motion and second to adjourn. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We're adjourned.